guys? What's going on? Just getting my late night exercise in. Actually, it's not really that late. It's, what is it, 9:20? It just feels kind of late. I was up early. It's good to get a walk in. It was like super sunny earlier, and it's just a little nicer now, though. It's kind of cold. Hope everybody's good. I think I could do like a mile maybe. I walked like, I think it was like it's probably like 2.5 miles earlier, which was, you know, a fair amount. Oh, I see the sprinklers are back. They have an issue here where the sprinklers just go crazy and nobody fixes it. And actually, it's a little better. It used to be a lot worse. Let me just, oh my gosh. Yikes. So what's up with you guys? I changed the subscriber mode just to cut down on the weird factor was getting a little yeah, it was a lot. So what's up, Ethan? Ethan said, how's your day? Not too bad. I hope yours is good as well. A productive day. I wish I got a little more writing done, but what are you going to do? What's up, Ethan? Ethan asked, is this California or Hollywood? Correct. We're in Hollywood, California. Hey, is that boss money? What's going on? Hang on. I got to turn up the brightness on this thing. Boss money, what's going on? I'm trying to read everybody's name in the comment because on the replay, it gets kind of annoying when people don't know what I'm talking about. So if I sound like that, that's why. Not much, boss money. I'm good. I saw you were live earlier. You were streaming. I was trying to catch that a little bit. Was that meat wad? That just makes me crack up. So if you guys are fans of the movie Swingers, this is the building that Jon Favreau lives in the movie. Zion asked, is it hot or cold? For California, it's pretty cold. I gotta be honest. For the rest of the country, it's not cold. I think it's Ye said, I need to see more of the West Coast than mainland and East. Yep, you definitely should come out to the West Coast. It's a great place. And SPTV, if you're in here, thanks for handling that. I think that was you. Zion said it's hot in Florida. I believe it. Yeah, the late night streams get kind of weird, unsurprisingly, because a lot of things get weird. A lot of things get weird after dark, right? So, not totally unsurprising. Indy said, happy holidays to all. Agree. Completely agree. I think that guy I just passed had like a fishing rod, and there aren't really too many places to fish around here, but that's Hollywood. You just don't know what's going on with people. Well, boss man, you got to come out. Because if you enjoy the East Coast chuds, you know, we have our own flavor out here. I'll bring you around all the spots, believe me. Wait. I'm going to actually, you guys know I like to be more behind the scenes, but I'm going to change the view for a second. There we go. Yeah, we have our own. I do like being more behind the scenes. We have our own special folks out here, believe me. Here, like Cody said, hey Eric, what's going on? What's going on, Cody? Just taking a walk. Hope you guys are well. Yeah, I don't usually do the you know, like I said, I like to be kind of more behind the scenes, but what the heck. Well, you do great work too. Boss Money said you do great work, Eric. You do great work, much respect. Well, you do great work too. Yeah, I'm just walking. I'm dropping the pretense of whoa. I almost lost my hat there. Uh, oh, cool. That guy almost hit me. That was awesome. Yeah, it's just walking about, boss money. Exactly. It's not work. It's just fun. I'm switching back. I did a couple miles earlier, and I actually took a scooter back because I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. What's up, DOA's megaphone? How you doing? Peaceful Drama said, Where are we going?" I don't know. It's exactly 1 mile to the supermarket, which is, man, I've been blanking on stuff all day. So anyway, we're about 1 mile. We're very close to this new supermarket up there. Eugene said, "Yo, what's up, Eugene? How's it going?" So I had a pretty productive day. Got some good exercise in. A little research. What else? A little bit of writing, but not enough. But talk to family. That's always a good thing to do as well. I'm working on music, so you guys know I play music too. So I was writing a new song, so that was cool. Yeah, it was a fun day, peaceful drama. I thought it was fun. Well, it's like they said in Scarface, every day above ground is a good one. I firmly tend to believe in that for the most part. Yep, Ever's doing great. Thanks for asking. She's doing great. But Boss Money, if you're still on, if you ever come out here, we'll do a West Coast Chud tour. Be a blast. They were under the freeway the other day across from the federal prison out there. They had a group of about 7, so it absolutely, even if it's just a little group, it blows my mind that there's people who will go out in public and celebrate like the attempted overthrow of the US government. That's just mind-blowing to me. Like, actually just go out there and celebrate that. And if you're like, what is this guy talking about? There's a group of people who will go out in front of the prison and anyway, they support the January 6th attack. So that's what I'm talking about. All right, we made it 1 mile. This is Lazy Acres. That's the name I was looking for. All right. Let's see. I was up here a little earlier. Which way to go? Yeah, this is a tough one. It's a tough one here. It gets. I don't know which way to go. I think I'm gonna head back the way we came. Yeah. Boss Money said they think magic will happen on January 21st. Over 1,500 cases. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about January 6th. I mean, do I think pardons are coming? Yeah, I mean, they probably are, but I don't know if it's going to be what some people think. But I guess we'll find out. The thing is, either way, the work goes on. That's the way I look at it. That's the conversations I have with other researchers and other journalists. The work goes on. It's a different vibe out here at night. I was out with some friends the other night. A bunch of people were there. And Film the Police LA was there too. I know a lot of you guys are fans of his, and I don't know, that came up in conversation. I just remember, like, yeah, the work goes on. That's what it is, man. That's Boss Money said, you ever visit the West Coast Vigil? Yeah, I've been out there. There was a lot of hostility, understandably. I don't say understandably like I excuse it. I mean, I'm just used to it. So I've been out there before, but if I'm going to get hurt or worse, which I hope doesn't happen, I want it to be for a good reason and not for like 7 people standing next to the freeway. And the last time was it's just gotten a lot worse. Like when I started covering like protests, there was that brief period, like 2018, where you could really hang out and just have a conversation, which is the way it's supposed to be, regardless of and it's very different now. I was at like the first, I'll just say it was a conspiracy protest around 2018. And you could really have a conversation and just talk to people. And then really rapidly that started to change. And after a while, if you were a journalist or if they just didn't like you, you had a problem fast. Which is pretty sad. Boss Money said, I'm reading your comment, Boss Money. You said she's been running into stuff? Wow. How's Anarchy Princess doing? Shout out. Shout out to AP. I'm a big fan. Oh man. Across here. All right, that light is way too long. Just gonna walk. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting couple of years. There's gonna be no shortage of things to talk about and reporters, stories to report on, and that's for sure. Yeah. I like this building over here. A buddy of mine from college lived there for a while. We did comedy together. I don't know if he's still there, but it's a really nice place. I'm just walking, Ethan. Just getting a little fresh air. Seems like a pretty quiet night. If there was something going on, I'd go down there to cover it, but it seems pretty quiet. If something is going on in LA, you can drop that in the chat, like a protest or something, but I highly doubt it. There's going to be plenty of that, I'm sure, coming up soon. And if you don't know who I am and you're just like, why is this guy walking around? It's like, because I like to get exercise, and also my name is Eric and I'm an investigative reporter and an open source analyst, which means I use information that's available to anybody to track people down and bring them to justice and identify people who try to hurt others, that kind of thing. So, but right now I'm just walking. A little earlier we talked about the, they caught the, I call him a kid, but he's 26, but they caught the guy in the United CEO case. So that's a major story, obviously. I'd point out more of these businesses, but everything's closed. And I kind of did that earlier on the other stream. Veronica said, what's her injury? Yeah, I hadn't heard about that. There's Gelson's. The most expensive grocery store I think that I've personally ever been to. It actually is amazing. Oh, look, a husky. Love those dogs. Margie asked, did you see the picture of the guy that attacked Danny? I'm sorry to hear about what happened to Danny. I did see some pictures online, but to be honest with Margie, I'm not totally clear on what happened there, but I'm sorry that I hope he's okay. And yeah, I was real sorry to see that. I hope he's all right. I know he made a report, so it's tough. I mean, look, my job, I have unfortunately been in some very bad situations, and I know what no one knows more than me what it's like out there, what the world is like. I'll just say that. Hi, Veronica. How are you? The fuck? You got to be so careful around here. Like, I don't think you guys could see that, but it's like a red light, and he just was going full speed until like right before the light. I absolutely do not. I don't want to go out on a live stream if I can help it. That's too much. Margie said he's recovering from a concussion. I really hope he feels better. That's some serious stuff, and I'm sorry to hear that. New York Times actually just had a big article on. It turns out that pilots in. Just hang on a sec. I tend to talk kind of loud, so people are like, "What?" This is UCB, by the way. So I got my start doing comedy there before I got into my current line of work. I was on actually a team there. I was a regular performer at the one in New York, not out here. And so you guys know this is the Celebrity Center, of course. And then so over here, I'm just gonna wait a sec. This was the Bourgeois Pig, which is the cafe where Jon Favreau wrote Swingers, the movie. But unfortunately, it went out of business, and now there's a. Actually, at least it's a cafe that's going to replace it. This is kind of cool. Havana Roasters. I totally lost my train of thought there. Feel free to remind me, otherwise we'll just keep going. Oh, let's see. Go up this way, I guess. Oh, this is a super historic building. So this is, I think it's the Via Carlotta. This is a historic building. Yeah, it's super cool. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. That's always your go-to. The main thing, as you guys know, especially if you lived in a city, or just keep moving. Polite, but keep moving. I have no idea what that guy was saying, but I also knew that nothing probably good was going to come if I engaged in conversation. So I just kept going. Everybody has like their move, and mine is always that I'm in a rush. It really works. I was also like super late to the party when I learned about the use of headphones in public and how great that is. Like, in terms of being able to just pretend like you didn't hear something. So great. Hey Cynthia, how you doing? Hi from India. Well, hello back. What time is it in India right now? It's got to be late. Hey, I've been speaking of that. I've been watching a great show called Delhi Crime. Have you guys seen that? It's on Netflix. It's basically a police procedural, but switch this up. It's a police procedural, but it's just really well made, and it's a really good show. Boss Money said, "Act like you got a code yellow." Yeah. Well, my father's a doctor, so he I've asked him about the hospital codes before, because I was reading about that one time, and it's really fascinating. There are like a bunch of different codes that now with the internet, that stuff's all out there, I guess. But yeah, Delhi Crime is really good. Really recommend that show. Actors are great. Like I said, it's a police procedural, but it's just very well made. Um, Margie said no eye contact if you suspect unwanted chat. Absolutely, 100%. Guess I'll just do a loop here. Tab Squad said, "Where are you?" I'm in Hollywood, California. Just taking a walk. Sorry. Man, it's just like off the charts weird sometimes. Like, I don't even know if you could see that, but that guy too was not the dogs, but there was somebody else. I could tell he was definitely mulling some sort of interaction there too. It's just unbelievable, but not surprising. Juan said, "Greetings from Colombia." What's up, Juan? How you doing? Oh, sorry, guys. Since we're talking about TV shows, I've also been rewatching Narcos. Uh, I apologize. I'm sure that's a show that probably conjures up not great feelings in Colombia necessarily, but everything's fascinating to me, like these shows, because I know it's a TV show, but for us here in the United States, some of this stuff, you can even learn things from a TV show. Like, it's not a well-made one anyway. I would love to go to so many places I have not been to yet. The time here, since you asked, is 9:58 p.m. Oh man. Like, I know I brought this up before, but I have been mulling it over lately. Like, it absolutely blows my mind. Like, look. Like, that's the Scientology Celebrity Center, right? And that's like, they don't pay any taxes. We're all intimately familiar with what this organization does. And it's just like, I guess just being in this neighborhood for so long, there's times where you it's just odd, you know, like it's just odd. That's all I can say. Veronica said I started watching The Sticky on Prime about the Canadian maple syrup heist. That sounds awesome. That sounds great. A lot of true story stuff is often like a lot of that's the best stuff, you know. I gotta say, it's like a pretty good shot here, you know. The framing here is perfect. I heard the Lincoln Lawyer was good too. Someone was just telling me about that. Have you guys seen that one? I might check that out later. Oh, and Boss Money, if you're still on, I really want to take a DC trip. It's been a while since I've been there. I used to be going there for work, and so I go back and forth, but it's been like a while. I want to meet all the people that I've only known through like researchers or people I admire. Like I want to meet, there's so many people there, Anarchy Princess, and there's like at least 8 people that I want to meet, and I hope to meet all of them. And I should get back to New York. It's been a while since I've been there. And Vegas, that's my last city I'm gonna name. I gotta get back to Vegas. What a weird, this is so weird. Yeah, Kroll, when I came out to Hollywood, I was a professional comedy writer and a lot of stuff. I got into journalism by accident. It's sort of a long story, but I did a Twitter thread that went viral, and I started getting offers to do real work. And that's kind of what happened. And in a rapid amount of time, I was a journalist. It just happened like that. But I absolutely still want to do Hollywood stuff. That's not ever going to stop. So life could take you down some unexpected kind of paths, but I'm going to get back there. I was just talking to a screenwriter, and I was telling him about my work, like some of the work, like hunting these neo-Nazis and stuff. And he was like, yeah, like that's, you need to like write that up. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. So I started a script. I'll keep you all updated. Ron asked, what was my Twitter thread about? I was working with another journalist, and someone sent us a hoax. People do that occasionally. And it was a hoax basically, so if like you published it, you would look really bad, right? And so I meticulously, like, I was just getting into this kind of stuff, but I documented the hoax and who I thought it was and why the photo was fake, like a Photoshop. And I wrote it up as a piece. And then the journalist I was working with, who's an awesome journalist named Scott Stedman, and we had this independent sort of outlet that Scott created called Forensic News. And I was the podcast guy, and he was the journalist. And then, so the short version, I write this thing up as a piece, and Scott was like, do it as a Twitter thread. Like, I don't know if he just had the instinct or what. So I dropped it on Twitter, and this thing went like mega, well, maybe mega's a little extreme. It went very viral. And all these big researchers, like people from Bellingcat, were retweeting it. And they were like, how funny it was with the Photoshop being horrible. And then some editors started to message me like, hey, would you like to write for us? And I was like, yeah. So, and that's why I believe that anybody, Like if you guys have watched my streams, you know that I don't like gatekeeping, and I think that's a big problem. And I think that anybody, if you have talent and determination, someone should open the door for you. You should do that for other people, because somebody did that for me. They saw it even when I didn't see it, right? Like, hey, this guy could be a journalist. And I wrote my first piece for Rolling Stone, literally, like, it wasn't that long after, like maybe a year too. It was like a really rapid kind of, like ascent, which felt really good after a lot of struggle. I could tell you more about the thread, but that's just kind of like the basics. I was just kind of summarizing it. There's some great publications that don't care about a resume. Like that's like Daily Dot, which is where I really did most of my work. And my editor there, like he didn't ask me when he saw the thread, he didn't ask me for my resume or where I went to school. He just looked at the thread and he kind of like schooled me, you know. I was learning. I made mistakes too, you know what I mean? Like not in that thread, but you know, later when you're learning something, you make mistakes. Because I didn't know any of this stuff. Like I was literally learning the mechanics on my own. I'm gonna go this way. This is cool. Whoa. You gotta love that. So this is a hotel. It was a Best Western, and then someone bought it, and it's called something else now. I can't remember again. And that sign was, so this super famous cafe was connected to the hotel. It was called the 101 Cafe. And a couple years, like a year or two ago, I think they were struggling, you know, like a lot of businesses, unfortunately, as a result of, you know, what happened in the pandemic, which was horrible for restaurants and bars. So it's now called Clark Street Diner. Food is still pretty good. Actually, it's actually very good. And this is the Hollywood Tower. This is like, let me get a shot of this. This neighborhood is just amazing. Like, did you guys see that guy just creep out of the driveway? Like, this is, by the way, this is every night. It's not like a surprise to me. It's just like he literally crept out. He just ran out of the driveway, like, with every night around here. That's why they call it Hollyweird a little bit. A wild scene. So that's the Hollywood Tower. That is like Charlie Chaplin lived there at one point. It's like super famous. All right, y'all, but I think I'm gonna end this here. Let's catch up tomorrow. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.